What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back. I'm the Guitarist562 and I do video game guides and walkthroughs. And in today's video, we are going to go over the Ranger, all four blessings. As you can see, I do not have it all maxed out. I got a little lazy on this character, mainly because of the fact that the cost does not outweigh the benefits, in my humble opinion. Because it's just some of these blessings are just kind of redonkulous. It's just kind of just a waste of seed, personally, in my opinion, especially since I don't really use it and I can't justify using it because it's just a waste to invest into that. So with that said, let's go into the Gift of Valor. But I do have the max stats information next to me. I know exactly what it does. So let's see what it says. Ramming arrow. Increase the Tempest shot damage 350% and decrease the number of arrows consumed by rush type and double shot type skills by -8. Now this is the flashing effect. The actual max that it says for the flashing for sharpshooter, it is when targets are hit with rush type and double shot type combos or skills 3 times in a row, the flashing effect is applied to you for 90 seconds as opposed to the 65 that I have here. Using Bottomless Quiver adds 8 seconds to the flashing effect, and the flashing effect decreases the charging time of Tempest Shot by -10%. But as you can see, I already have the -10% here, and honestly, you never really run out of the bottomless effect, in my opinion, when you have it so leveled up already. Like it never goes away. That's why I can't justify spending. I'm gonna do it, but not right now. Now, neural stimulation. Each successful hit with the rush and double shot type combos and skills has a 100% chance to reduce the cooldown for Tempest Shot by -2. Tempest Shot is additionally recharged 3 times. And the last one for Bold is it increases the max HP 8,000 and the damage of combos by 100%, which is huge. Now let's go for Wolf, one of the most expensive blessings in the game. Now, at the time, uh, the max for this is decrease the user's arrow basic capacity -35 and increase the user's max arrow special capacity by +35. As you can see, I have a +15 and a -15 here, so that can kind of benefit for Wolf. But again, I can't justify spending it because every time you crit, you're always topped off at 80 over 50. Always, it's just always happening. So there's really no justification for to make that expense. This one, juicy, absolutely necessary. Holding special arrows increases attack power by 69% and critical hit rate by 20%. Kind of a big deal. You need that. Using Bottomless Quiver increases the user's skill damage 120% for the skill's duration. And the last one, Instincts, it increases the critical hit rate by +10% and increases the cooldown of maneuver skills, for example, like Erupting Arrow, by -25. One of my favorite blessings by far for the Ranger. Next one is Lionheart. As you can see, I completely neglected the bottom two, and I'll explain why as we go along. The Threat of the Beast is the first one you need to upgrade. Upgrade that to max, because you can see the Scarred effect increases the damage of enemies received by 10.48. Multiply that by 5. So that is, I think, 52% in total of extra damage, of received damage. Not including the Resentful, which is like a 10%er. And then you got the Seeking, on the line build, which is juicy. Um, but yeah, that's what the Scarred effect does. It's juicy. Encouragement. Attacking scarred enemies reduces their attack power by 7% for 8 seconds and has a 35% chance to decrease the cooldown of Bottomless Quiver by -2. Pointless because when you have the Scarred effect up for 25 seconds, you don't really need Bottomless Quiver to keep the Scarred stacks. The only justification I can use for Bottomless Quiver is if you die for whatever reason, you scroll and you need to quickly put up stacks. But that is the only scenario I can envision where you need to have Bottomless Quiver. But let me tell you exactly what Bottomless does on the second blessing for Lionheart. At max, it says attacking scarred enemies reduces their attack power by 10% for 15 seconds and has a 50% chance to decrease the cooldown of Bottomless Quiver. So I have 35 right there with at greens. Cannot justify wasting seed on that. Next one, Sharp Claws. The max version of Sharp Claws says using Bottomless Quiver increases the chance for rush type and double shot combos and skills to activate the Scarred effect by 30% for 30 seconds. As you can see, it's not really a big deal to keep the Scarred effects up because again, Once you have them up, it's up for 25 seconds, and it's very easy to keep up. Not difficult. So I cannot justify spending millions of seed just to get this max for the flex. Increase the damage of rush type and double shot type combos and skills by minus 40% and defense penetration by 16.5. This is also an extremely important part of the blessing. People say ridiculous things such as, oh, Lionheart ranges don't hit that hard. And they are completely lost because the thing is, it does a ton of damage. When you have a maxed out line ranger and you have the gear that I have, or if you actually invest into your line, and you actually run the right things for your line build, you can do like 600k erupting arrows, 2 to 3 million in your Tempest volleys, your lightning arrows crit for like I think 3 to 500k. I'll have to take a look. I'll show you videos so you can see for yourself. It's not just all talk. It all adds up. So you need to start focusing on being a damage Lionheart Ranger, not a 30k HP Ranger that has health but no damage, just because you feel like Lion Rangers don't do damage, because you are going to be a detriment to your team, because you're going to be doing no damage and the runs are going to last longer. Yes, you're adding in hindsight, marginal damage in it, but like millions of damage is millions of damage. I'm sorry, like, every like couple seconds you're hitting like 550k erupting arrows. That's 1.5 million damage every 10 seconds, and you go from that from hitting like 100k erupting arrows. So 1.5 versus like 300k, like you need to step it up on your ranger. The last one, Crescent Moon. I do need to upgrade this one a little bit more. As a matter of fact, I'm going to upgrade that to the next one. I'm going to do that right now because that's kind of a big deal. And actually, I kind of want to see what those boots were on the market real quick. Let's see. Gross and gross and gross. Oh, those are actually pretty juicy. So, let me go buy 2 Crescent Moon Ranger Blessings. And let's see. 2, boom. Because that's something I actually do consider important. So as you can see, boom, it goes up to 9 and then it stops. That's where as far as I'd get it. Let's see. Crescent Moon Ranger. At max, it says the Eye of the Storm activates the Eye of the Storm effect by enemy hit. Hold on, where is it? Let's see. Yeah. Activates the Eye of the Storm effect by hitting enemies with triple shot, hammer shot, lightning arrow. Each stack of the Eye of the Storm increases the damage of Tempest Volley by 2%, as you can see, and decreases the cooldown of lightning arrow by minus 1 second. So, I can upgrade this to 1 second completely at max, but I'm not going to spend that seed. It's just a very, 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 very tiny increase in damage in a sense, because you're decreasing the cooldown by a full 0.3 seconds at max, versus if you just leave it at 17 or 16, it's 0.6, or what was it at 0.6? Let's see, at 16 it was, yeah, 0.7. So upgrading it to max from 16 is a 0.3 of a second of a difference. And I mean, and damage is damage, and it all adds up. But in my opinion, do you really want to spend, what is it, like 17 gold blessings at 200k a piece? So that's what, 5 will cost like a mil. You need 17, so 1, 2, 3, 3 mil plus, let's see, 200k a piece, 3.4 million star seeds just to max it out for a 0.3 second upgrade. I mean, if you're a Ranger main, I guess that's where you want to go, but I can't justify the expense. Now, Lightning Arrow is additionally charged 3 times and decreases the arrow cost of Lightning Arrow by minus 6 at 16. That's where I left it at. Now, at max, it decreases, Lightning Arrow is additionally charged 3 times and decreases the arrow cost of Lightning Arrow by minus 8. So actually, this is another one I guess I would put to 17 as well, because it does not change. I'm looking at the chart right here. From level 16, it says minus 6. And 17, 18, 19, and 20 all say the same thing. Lightning Arrows additionally charged 3 times, decrease the arrow cost of Lightning Arrow by minus 8. So honestly, I should need to upgrade this to 17 as well, because that's kind of a big deal. It'll decrease the arrow cost of me spamming my lightning arrows, allowing me to put out more damage because I'm not wasting as many arrows. So yeah, keep these 2 at 17 and you're good to go. Next one, decrease the skill charging time for Tempest Volley by minus 80% and increase the damage of Tempest Volley by 50%, which is huge. But we'll talk about this when we do a video on each blessing, and we can, that'll come, and I'll show you exactly what each blessing does and what skills you want to run with it. increase the damage of double shot type combos and skills by 150%, and increase the maximum arrow capacity by plus 15. And there you have it. That is the maximum amount of blessings for the Ranger. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry, this one was a bit of a long one because I feel a little more invested. Because this is the character, I guess, for this season that I spent quite some seed on. So I definitely can tell you what you need to do for this class. Um, but don't forget to follow the socials, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at the Guitarist562. TikTok is the Guitarist562 as well. But thanks again, guys, and as always, stay blessed.